Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck we gonna do about these executive orders and these mass deportations, nigga. Shit, you know what? 75% of the staff is undocumented. Look here, all I know is this. If ICE come up in here, look here, we don't know shit. You understand me? Hey, do me a quick favor. Hey, put the black mask on. Yeah, you know the black face? Yeah, put that Jamaican mask on and shit. When they come up, just be like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm legal, man. I'm legal. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't let Trump stop our production. Oh, shit. Yeah, I always forget about you motherfuckers. Yo, what up, though? What up, though? It's the one and only Akil, aka Intelligent Rebel with metal aiming at devils on all levels and pedestals. Welcome to another jam-packed filled episode of Coming Through in the Clutch, brought to you by Headliner News. We got headliners, headlines, and punchlines. Follow us at Headliner News on all social media platforms. Also, today's show is brought to you by Miller Lite because this is what I drank last night, and it still got me peeing. All right, cool, refreshing water right there. So, yo, we got a good show for you today. It is Super Bowl week, ladies and gentlemen. This Sunday, which will be what, February, what we looking at, 9th? 6th? Yep, 9th, something like that. 5 days. Hold on, what's today, Tuesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep, February 9th. Super Bowl 59, if I'm not mistaken. You got Kansas City versus Philly. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Also, we're gonna talk some NBA. We got some scores. Huge trade news we're gonna talk about. Huge trade news. We are going to go over the standings, and as usual, we're gonna go over the MVP ladder, your top 5 MVPs. We are going to talk about Monday Night Raw. We're also going to talk about, we're going to go over the Royal Rumble, which was this past weekend in Indianapolis. As always, we got sponsors because they keep the lights on. And then I got a sports quote of the day, courtesy of one Neon Dion. It must be the motherfucking money, Sanders. Yeah, we got some shit to talk about. So let's get to it. First and foremost, it is Super Bowl week, got media days and all that. You got Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs. They're looking for their third straight Super Bowl win. Back to back to back has never been done in the Super Bowl era. Chiefs are looking to be the first team to do that. Now, you got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Nick Sirianni, who's the head coach, and you have the Philadelphia Eagles. If you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a rematch of a Super Bowl from a couple of years ago where Kansas City came out on top. Right after this, it was right after that Super Bowl that Jalen Hurts signed a huge contract. It's crazy because people in Philly didn't even want him. People in Philly didn't even want Nick Sirianni last year. You know what I'm saying? They want to run them both out of town. Now look where you're at. So Philly fans, shut the fuck up. Okay? Shut the fuck up. Like, be happy, motherfuckers. Because you got, what, 30 other teams that's not in this motherfucker? But you are. So fans, shut the fuck up. I honestly think that Philadelphia is the better team. And I am actually going to pick the Philadelphia Eagles to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go 32-29, something like that. I see it coming down to a field goal, last drive, last possession kind of thing. My only thing is, if Patrick Mahomes has the ball in his hands with, let's just say, 3 minutes to go in the game, Kansas City is going to win. Like, they're going to win. However, if Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, If they're in possession of the ball with maybe, let's say, like 3 minutes to go, you know what I'm saying? If they're up, hand the ball off to Saquon. If they're down, I don't know. I don't know, because you can't run the ball off like that. You're going to have to pass and pass and pass. So I honestly think, though, because Philly has a good defense, Kansas City has a good defense. You got big Chris Jones in the middle. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be charged with stopping Saquon, stopping the option, any inside options. You know what I'm saying? Both teams are dealing with injuries. Rasheed Rice, I know he's out. But overall, I think Philly gets their revenge. Like I said, 32-29. 32-29. You know what I'm saying? And Philly, they represent the NFC East, home of my Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? So, hell, we're going to go Philly. If Philly wins, hey, Jalen Hurts, put that boy up there. Boy got a Super Bowl. Lamar, we waiting on you, nigga. We waiting. This is already Jalen Hurts' second Super Bowl appearance. Lamar Jackson, we waiting to see your ass in the first. But yeah, if Philly handles business, if they take care of what they got to take care of, Philly, I think they're going to win. I'm not here to go all the deep dive into the numbers and all that shit. You want that shit, go to ESPN and all them other motherfucking networks with all them talking heads. I ain't got time for that shit. So yeah, we going Philly over Kansas City, Super Bowl 59, 32-29. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the National Basketball Association. Before I get into one of the biggest trades in the history of the association, allow me to go over a couple of scores from Monday. So Washington Wizards, they defeated the Charlotte Hornets 124-114. The Atlanta Hawks defeated the Detroit Pistons. What up, though? 132-130. The New York Knicks defeated the Houston Rockets 124-118. Memphis beat up on the San Antonio Spurs 128-109. The Milwaukee Bucks with overrated Giannis Antetokounmpo could not beat the West #1 team, Oklahoma City Thunder. They lost 125-96. Milwaukee did. Sacramento Kings beat the Minnesota Timberwolves by 2, 116-114. Indiana defeated Utah by 1, 112-111. The Denver Nuggets handled business against the New Orleans Pelicans, winning 125-113. Unfortunately, Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns could not defeat the Portland Trailblazers. They fell 121-119. And finally, the Golden State Warriors defeated the Orlando Magic 104-99. Let's see here. The NBA, they got a few games on the docket for tonight. So you got the Dallas Mavericks versus the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what? Philly is a 2.5-point favorite. I'll take Philly. You got the New York Knicks versus the Toronto Raptors. New York Knicks are a 3.5-point favorite. I'll take the Knicks. You have the Houston Rockets versus the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn. Let's see here. Houston is a 9.5-point favorite. For the fuck of it, I am going to pick Brooklyn in the upset. In the battle of the two best teams in the Eastern Conference and amongst the two best teams in the league, the Boston Celtics travel to Cleveland to face off against the Cavaliers. Cleveland is favored by 1.5 points. I'm picking Boston to win the damn game. Yeah, Boston gonna win the damn game. You have the Miami Heat versus the Chicago Bulls. Miami is a 1.5-point favorite. A 3.5-point favorite. I'm gonna pick Chicago. You got the Indiana Pacers at the Portland Trail Blazers. Indiana is a 5.5-point favorite. I'll take Indiana. And then last but not least, you have the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Battle for LA. The Clippers are an 8.5-point favorite, or favored by 8.5. I'm going to take the Clippers. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take them clips. You understand me? Let's see here. Let's go over the standings right quick. We still gonna talk about the trade. We're gonna talk about the trade, motherfuckers. I promise you, we're gonna talk about the trade, nigga. This is my shit. I talk about the shit when I feel like it. You dig? So, let's go over the standings in the East and the Western Conferences, respectively. Let's see here. If the playoffs were to start today, here are your top 6 teams in the East in order. Cleveland Cavaliers, Boston Celtics, New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers, Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat. The 4 teams I'll be playing in the play-in to earn the last 2 playoff spots would be the Detroit Pistons, what up, though? Orlando Magic, Atlanta Hawks, what up, ATL? And the Chicago Bulls. On the Western side of things, here are your top 6 teams in the West if the playoffs started today. You got the Oklahoma City Thunder at number 1, Memphis, Houston, Denver, LA Lakers, LA Clippers. Then when you look at the 4 teams that'll be in the play-in, you got the Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, Sacramento Kings, Phoenix Suns. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors are on the outside looking in. All right, outside looking in. So, All-Star Weekend is coming up, and the way it looks, in the East and the West, it's going to be some good competition, especially between them play-in teams. That's what I'm really looking forward to, because I love the grit and the grind and the fight when it comes to the play-in and with those play-in teams. You know what I'm saying? Although the rules are a little janky, but it's neither here nor there. But those are your standings if the playoffs were to start today, February 4th, 2025. Now, it is time for a special Akil's point of view on the NBA trades. Or I should say trade deadline. Fuck it. This is Akil's point of view on the NBA trade deadline. We're going to do that. So, in one of the biggest trades in modern NBA history, 2 superstars were swapped. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks exchanged Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. What? Blew everybody's mind away, right? So Anthony Davis will now be going to the Dallas Mavericks, and Luka Doncic will be going to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, you asked me, you can look at this trade one of 2 ways, right? I'm gonna look at this in the short term. In the short term, the Dallas Mavericks, they won in the short term. Simple fact is, they get Anthony Davis, who, if healthy, which is, but when healthy, he is obviously a top 3 big in this league, right? You go to the Dallas Mavericks that have a center, because Anthony Davis, he wanted a center because he feels he's more dominant, he can be more free, and his natural position is the 4. So Dallas has a starting center. Center doesn't score a bunch of points, doesn't have to. Gets rebounds, right? Gets rebounds, plays defense. That's all we need. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. You also have, on that same Dallas Mavericks squad, you got Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is a natural point guard, ladies and gentlemen. Luka Doncic is not. Kyrie Irving is a better point guard than Luka Doncic is a point guard. Now, keep in mind, Luka's natural position is 2/3, shooting guard / small forward. However, because he has the ball in his hands every possession, motherfuckers think he a point guard. He is not a point guard. Kyrie Irving is a point guard. You understand me? And I can only imagine the pick, excuse me, the pick and roll with Kyrie and AD. Oh, that's gonna be damn near unstoppable. Because we all know Kyrie is a magician with the basketball in his hands. He's a magician. And you got Anthony Davis out there. You can go pick and roll, pick and fade, pick and pop, pick and slip, the whole nine. Like that two-man game is going to be very interesting to watch. And then also keep in mind, you got a young man by the name of Klay Thompson just chilling on the wing. Because here's the thing, Klay does not need the ball in his hands to be effective. He don't have to break you down in ISO and all that. No, set him a couple picks, get him the ball, he catch and shoot. Boom, catch, shoot, boom, catch, shoot, catch, shoot, catch, shoot. Real quick, real quick. And he's still a deadly, deadly three-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? So you got Kyrie at the point, you got Anthony Davis at the 4, you got Klay Thompson at the 2. Oh my God, like that is going to cause some problems. Now, I don't know that much about Dallas's bench, I ain't going to lie to you, but I'm looking at starting lineup wise, right? The Dallas Mavericks, they also got a 2029 first round pick, which, you know, when teams swap picks in the NBA, I don't think the impact is as great as in the NFL because let's just keep it real. It's not like it's a lot of great, you know what I'm saying, players coming out of college and all that shit, but you got a lot of great players coming out of college when it comes to football, but not necessarily with basketball. You got a lot of one and dones, cats that need to develop and all this other shit. So them picks really don't mean all that much. However, in the interim, in the short run, the Dallas Mavericks, they picked up an incredible big man who, when healthy, is an incredible big, top 3 in the league. He is a defensive presence, right? He's a rim protector. Arguably should have won Defensive Player of the Year. You know what I'm saying? You got the sharpshooter in Klay. You got Kyrie running things. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's gonna be nice. Because if you think about it, when Luka and Kyrie were on the squad, yeah, they made it to the finals, but there were a lot of stalled possessions. Because again, Luka is not a point guard, but he needs the ball in his hands in order to be effective. His fat ass ain't running off the screens. His fat ass ain't running the baseline. His fat ass ain't doing none of that. He need the ball in his hands in order to be effective. That's the only way he is effective is with the ball in his hands. Why? Now the question becomes, why would Dallas get rid of a 25-year-old superstar? Well, one reason could be that the Dallas Mavericks didn't want to pay this motherfucker $70 million over the next 5 years, because he can sign a super duper max contract. Luka can, and 5 years, $350 million. That's $70 million a year. That's Shohei Ohtani money. He plays for the LA Dodgers. That's Shohei Ohtani money. And Dallas, which I don't blame, is not going to pay Luka $70 million a year. I wouldn't pay that man $70 million a year. Oh, hell no. $70 million? You're not going to be able to put too many people around him. $70 million? Man, shit. Nah, B, that ain't going to work. So Dallas was like, look here. Oh, and also Luka said he wanted to, he idolized LeBron. He wanted to play with LeBron the whole nine. So Dallas said, look here, we're not going to pay you $70 million a year. There have been rumblings that many in the Dallas organization grew frustrated with Luka's conditioning, which I can understand, because he's fat as fuck. Yeah, he can dribble. Yeah, he can shoot. You know what I'm saying? But he's fat as fuck. He's also a defensive liability, right? But it's like with Zion, it's like, dude, you got to watch your damn weight. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, look here, Dallas was like, look, Luka, you getting fat. And if we pay you $70 million, you ain't gonna do nothing but get fatter and fatter and fatter. So you know what? Fuck it. We'll ship you. We'll send you to LA. We'll get a first round pick in 2029 in return. But you give us Anthony Davis, because Dallas is in win now mode. They are in win now. Win now. And with the roster that's constructed, they made maybe a couple more moves. You know what I'm saying? They can get a scorer off the bench, something like that. Yo, Dallas is a top 3 team in the damn West when it's all said and done. I look at Oklahoma City, I look at Denver, and then I put Dallas up there, most definitely. So we're going to see how that works out short term. Short term, Dallas Mavericks won this trade, in my opinion. Long term, maybe LA won. I don't know. Definitely they did not win in the short term. They got rid of Anthony Davis, who was their only resemblance of defense, right? They don't have any centers. They don't have any power forwards. They don't have any rim protectors. They don't have shooters. They have 2 players now in LeBron and Luka who are in essence the same player, meaning that both need the ball in their hands in order to be effective, which is sad, right? LeBron James is not running around baseline. He's never been like that. He's not going to run, or you're not going to set picks for him so he can run and get open. No, you give him the ball, move out the way, watch as he dribbles a clock down, about 10 seconds left, try to find the driving lane. Like, we already know LeBron's offense. We know it. Luka is no damn different. He needs the ball in his hands to be effective. There were so many possessions where he will have the ball and just dribble. Other players are open, but he just dribbles. And I'm like, yo, if you don't move with that ball, if you don't get the offense in motion, motherfucker. Like, if one player got the ball and they dribbling for 15 seconds and everybody else just standing around watching the motherfucker, what kind of basketball is that? Like, what kind of offense is that? Like, really, what kind of basketball is that? We're talking about the NBA. These are pros, supposedly. Like, fuck out of here. Like, LA, that was not the smartest move short term. But this isn't about the short term with LA. It's about long term. You look realistically, LeBron probably has about 2 more years left. You know, he's performing at a high level at the age of 40. There's no doubt about that. But he probably only has about 2 more years left. About 2 more years. So with him leaving, we all know the LA Lakers, they are known for having stars, superstars, whether it be Magic, whether it be Kareem, whether it be Shaq, whether it be Kobe, whether it be LeBron, AD. LA, as far as I can remember, since, we can go back to the 70s, really, they've always, LA has always had at least one superstar on their roster throughout their entire existence, whether it be George Mikan from back in the day, we can go Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, you know what I'm saying, Will Chamberlain, Kareem, Magic, Worthy, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, AD. Like, they've always had a superstar. So with LeBron leaving, they found their superstar and their franchise cornerstone in Luka. And more than likely, they're going to sign Luka to that 5-year, $350 contract, $350 million contract, excuse me. More than likely, they're going to sign him to that. Once they do that, they got to build around them. Dallas tried building around them. Try building around LeBron. I don't know how that's going to work. You have a man in Luka who's not a point guard, but he insists on having the ball in his hands at all times. So do you really even need an actual point guard? I don't know. It's like, how are you going to build around Luka? How are you going to build around him? I don't know. We're going to see. But as far as this trade go that shook the NBA landscape, flipped it on its axis, etc., etc. Dallas won this trade in the short term. They are in win now mode. Hopefully Anthony Davis stays healthy the rest of the year when he comes back during the playoffs, et cetera, et cetera. We can really see what this team can do, starting lineup wise. We can really see what they can do. LA lost this trade in the short term. However, they may have won in the long term. But I don't think we will truly know who wins until one of these franchises or one of these players, one of these franchises wins a championship with either one of the players on their respective rosters. So let's just say if the Dallas Mavericks win a championship with Anthony Davis before the LA Lakers win a championship with Luka, Dallas won this trade. By far, Dallas will win this trade. So only time will tell, but in the short term, again, Dallas won. Long term, maybe LA won. Short term, don't know how it's going to work out with Luka and LeBron. They're essentially the same player. It's like you're going to have both of them, you know what I'm saying, one at the top, one on the wing, one at the top, one at the wing. None of these motherfuckers are going to be running, and they're just going to be doing this the whole time. Like, fuck out of here. That shit is going to be stagnant as fuck. Stagnant as fuck. Another trade went down. You had Sacramento Kings and the Bulls. They, let's see here, they swapped players. De'Aaron Fox is going to the Spurs, right? De'Aaron Fox, he's going to the Spurs. And Zach LaVine, he's going to the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, Zach LaVine going to the Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox, who's a point guard, came from Kentucky, young boy. He's going to the Spurs. And I like that. I like Fox. I like Wemby. I like that pairing. You got a true point guard, you know what I'm saying, with a true center. They can run pick and roll. Like I said, look, pick and roll, pick and pop, pick and fade. They can do that all day long. And supposedly San Antonio is not done, all right? Zach LaVine, he was with the Chicago Bulls. He goes to the Sacramento Kings. Don't necessarily know if that's an upgrade. I don't know if it's an upgrade, but only time will tell. I will say Kevin Durant, although he has not said he wants to get traded, reports are the Phoenix Suns are accepting calls regarding Kevin Durant and trading Kevin Durant. With that being said, the Warriors are interested, but I would love for the San Antonio Spurs to try to find a way to fandangle something and get Kevin Durant on that squad. You put Kevin Durant on the San Antonio Spurs, they instantly become a championship contender. Instantly, right? And let's say if they were to get KD, I doubt it, but I'm just throwing it out there, hypotheticals. You would have De'Aaron Fox at the 1. You got Chris Paul, he's a backup point guard, you know what I'm saying? Or you might have Chris Paul at the 1, have De'Aaron Fox at the 2. You'll have fucking Kevin Durant at the 3, Wembley at the 5. Man, could you imagine if let's say if Kevin Durant was on that squad? Man, I would be running double pick and rolls all day long. I can go pick and roll with Wembley. I just have KD and Wembley stand right here, just like this, nigga. And then just pick a pick. Pick a pick, nigga. And it's just deadly. It's deadly. We'll see if the Phoenix Suns move Kevin Durant. Like I said, Warriors are interested. Hell, there are a plethora of teams in the East that would be interested. Hell, the New York Knicks would be interested if they could find a way. But get Kevin Durant out of Phoenix. You know, Phoenix, they're a clusterfuck right now of a franchise. I want Kevin Durant to win another championship. He deserves to win another championship. Yeah, I just hope that happens before his career is over with. And last but not least, on the trade front, the Miami Heat, they are looking to trade Jimmy Butler, who's acting like the biggest bitch of all bitches. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like some of these athletes get on my goddamn nerves. You motherfuckers get paid so much fucking money to play a game. But what these games and this money shows me is that you motherfuckers are really bitch ass niggas on the inside. Like y'all are really bitch made on the inside. Like y'all are bitch made. Like I don't give a fuck what you doing. Like y'all some bitch made niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy Butler been a bitch made nigga. I don't give a fuck. Tell him I said it. Tag him. I don't give a fuck. Tell him I said it. Nigga, put his hands on me. I'll sue him for everything. Fuck him. I've always felt he was overrated. He ain't worth the trouble. Motherfucker ain't did shit. Nigga ain't led his team to a championship. None of the teams he's been on, he ain't led them to a championship. You know what I'm saying? He, the Miami Heat, they lost to LA in a bubble. But what the fuck? This man was on Philly. You know what I'm saying? With Embiid, and ain't shit happen. Like, dude has always been overrated. Dude has always been fucking overrated. So, Pat Riley, get rid of that bum. Get rid of him. Matter of fact, send his ass to the Washington Wizards. Out of spite. And fuck out of here. Jimmy, man, fuck out of here, bum ass nigga. Bitch made niggas. Fuck out of here. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Akil's point of view on the NBA trade deadline. Now, let's talk about the MVP race. You know I get my MVP standings from NBA.com/news/Kia MVP ladder. So let's look at it. Number one, and he was number one last week, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ballin'. That motherfucker is ballin' for OKC. All right. His season stats so far, 32.5 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. The boy plays offense and defense. The Oklahoma City Thunder got the best record in the West. Like, yo, he is very, very efficient. Oh, dude for him being such a high volume shooter, right? He has multiple 50-point games. And then for him being a high volume shooter, the motherfucker's efficiency rating is at 52.8%. Like over half the time this motherfucker's effective. You can't ask for anything else. Number two, he was ranked there last week. Nikolai the Joker Jokic. Denver Nuggets. Man has averaging 30 points a game, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. He is still on that triple-double path. Who knows? He might go ahead and do what Russell Westbrook did and average a triple-double throughout the whole damn year. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. But he may still need to, will his team to some more victories if he wants his, third, fourth? One of them damn MVPs. Number three, who was there last week, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the most overrated MVP candidate this year. Let's see here. Giannis is averaging 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. Like I said, I think he's very, very overrated. The boy can't shoot. He can't shoot threes. He can't shoot free throws. Can't shoot mid-range shots. He is a liability. He's a liability down the stretch because he can't hit his free throws. When you're down by one with 5 seconds to go, the ball is not in his hands. I've said this before. Giannis's offense in his game reminds me of LeBron's for the first half of his career, whereas he's really just he's getting his points off of, the layups, driving to the lane, dunks, things of that nature, putbacks and all that. He shoots from time to time, but overrated as fuck. Just saying. Number 4, Karl-Anthony Towns. He was ranked number 5 last week. He's averaging 25 points, 13.7 rebounds, and 3 assists. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cat is doing his thing. I think he's still softer than Charmin. If you ever heard that motherfucker talk, that nigga has the zestiest fucking voice you will ever hear from a grown-ass 6'11" man. Like, just listen to that motherfucker talk. Listen to that motherfucker talk. And rounding up the MVP ladder, Number 5 is Jason Tatum. He was number 4, Boston Celtics. He is averaging 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Jason Tatum is the light-skinned assassin. He is arguably a top 5 player. He does it on both ends of the court, offensive, defensive. He's a hell of a free throw shooter, hell of a 3-point shooter. He can take over games. He's not a liability when the game is on the line. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the players that I'm talking about, right? And honorable mention, Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, all right? So once again, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Jason motherfucking Tatum. Those are your MVP candidates. Top 5 MVP candidates. All right then. Now, let us talk about Monday Night Raw. WWE. Before we do that, real quick, the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble was this past weekend in Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis. In one of the bigger surprises, main event, Jay Yeet Uso won the Royal Rumble. Why? I have no fucking idea. Look here, this is nothing against Jay. This is nothing against Jay. I know that boy has put in work. I know he part of the bloodline and his bloodline and everything, but look here. I know he has crowd participation. He got charisma. But the nigga is horrible on the microphone. He's not a main event type of cat. He is a mid-card intercontinental champion at best, right? Like, because when I look at his promo, I listen to his promos, and dude, man, I never knew I was going to be ready for the singles. And I'm like, dude, he is horrible on the microphone. Horrible. Like, when he gets on the mic and does a promo, I pray Gunther comes out, because Gunther is dope on the microphone, and Gunther will go ahead and put him in his place. I would have rather seen CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, any other person other than main event Jay. But with that being said, congratulations to main event Jay for winning the Royal Rumble, and he's going to get a main event spot at WrestleMania. Who is he going to challenge? 9 times out of 10 is going to be Gunther. And to me, that's not a main event attraction that I would spend $70 for to watch, right? I'd rather watch CM Punk versus Gunther as a headliner at WrestleMania rather than see Jey Uso. Hell, I would say Roman, but he on SmackDown. John Cena, maybe. Drew McIntyre. Like, I'd rather have seen Drew McIntyre versus Gunther other than main event. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what WWE is going to do with that. I seriously doubt he's going to challenge Cody, even though you got the whole bloodline ties and all that. But, like, main event Jay, I know he gave himself that moniker and that nickname, but I don't know, Pimp. I don't know. But congratulations to Jey Uso. And in the match of the night, Cody Rhodes defeated Kevin Owens to retain not only the the WWE Championship, which is the main one, but also the Winged Feather Championship. And yo, there was a devastating spot. And shout out to KO, right? Kevin Owens. There's a devastating spot where both of them were on the announce table, and Cody Rhodes delivered an Alabama slam to Kevin Owens on the motherfucking ladder. I'm talking Kevin folded like a motherfucking chair. That shit looked brutal. But congratulations to Cody Rhodes for winning that match. Charlotte Flair, who came back from her sabbatical, she won the Women's Royal Rumble, which was kind of expected. 9 times out of 10, her and Rhea Ripley, they will go at it and get that rivalry back going. That's what happened at the Royal Rumble. Now, when it comes to Monday Night Raw, last night's episode was all right. Main Event Jay started the show. Hell of an entrance. Crowd was behind him. Yeet, 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 yeet. Nigga ain't say shit on the motherfucking mic. Like, terrible promo work. Terrible on the mic. Gunther pretty much came out there and was like, look here, if you challenge me for this title, I'm going to make your life a living hell until WrestleMania and then even after. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. Penta, the newest addition, he's on a winning streak. He defeated Ludwig Kaiser, the German cat who used to be with Gunther, the Imperialist or whatever the fuck the name is. Charlotte Flair, she came out, talked some shit. Rhea Ripley confronted her. Io Sky and what's that chick? The chick who's with Dirty Dom, Liv. I think that's her name. They went at it. I think Liv won. I don't fucking remember. But the headlining match was CM Punk versus Sami Zayn, with the winner earning a spot in the next upcoming WWE Premium Live event, Elimination Chamber, which has one participant already in John Cena. Now it has 2 because CM Punk defeated Sami Zayn. However, after that match, none other than Kevin Owens, battered and bruised, he came in the ring, attacked Sami Zayn for the 1 millionth time, and gave that motherfucker a packaged power driver, which I'm pretty sure is banned and outlawed, because that is a dangerous maneuver. However, those two are friends, so they trust each other with it. But so right now in the Elimination Chamber, you got it's supposed to be 6 men. You got John Cena, you got CM Punk. Main Event Jay, congratulations. We'll see what WWE does with that story. I really don't think he's main event. Like, I don't think, I wouldn't pay my money to see him in a WrestleMania main event, not night 1 or night 2. CM Punk defeated Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens attacked Sami Zayn, so more than likely you're going to have a Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, last man standing match or something like that at WrestleMania. It is what it is. But yeah, we're going to see what WWE does with this. The Elimination Chamber storylines, the Jey Uso storylines, Charlotte, etc., etc. So tune in to Raw next week. It's 8 o'clock p.m. every Monday on Netflix. All right then, so now is the portion of the show where I take a minute to thank our sponsors. These sponsors are the entities in charge of keeping the lights on here at Coming Through in the Clutch. Winners Only Trophies. Our trophies celebrate winners, not participants. Ride the Pine Sports Agency. Garbage time is when our clients shine. Faulty Sports Equipment. If you own our equipment, you must be poor. Once again, I would like to thank our sponsors. Winners Only Trophies, Ride the Pine Sports Agency, and Faulty Sports Equipment. All right, let's go for a quick recap, shall we? It is Super Bowl week, media week, Super Bowl week. You got Kansas City versus Philadelphia this Sunday, February 9th at 6 p.m., I believe on Fox. I am picking the Philadelphia Eagles 32-29. Let's go, Jalen. Let's get that first Super Bowl ring. Saquon, let's get that first Super Bowl ring, represent for the NFC East. NBA, Yo, one of the biggest trades ever. Dallas Mavericks, Los Angeles Lakers, Luka for AD. Short term, Dallas won this trade by far. Short term. Long term, who knows? Maybe LA won the trade. Like I said before, whichever franchise wins a championship first with either one of these players on their roster, that's the team that's going to win. When it comes to the MVP race, not that much has changed. You got Shai, Jokic, Giannis, Karl Anthony Towns. You got Jason Tatum with Kevin Durant and Donovan Mitchell on the outside looking in. When it comes to WWE, a Royal Rumble recap. Main event, Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair won the Women's Royal Rumble. And Cody Rhodes retained both his WWE Championship and the Winged title. When it came to Monday Night Raw, a pretty decent show. Main event, Jay started the show. Gunther came out, broke his foot off in his ass. Verbally, not literally. CM Punk defeated Sami Zayn, so CM Punk is in the Elimination Chamber. Kevin Owens turned on Sami Zayn, gave him a package power driver. We'll see where that storyline goes. They've been going at it for decades. And yeah, we're going to see what's going on with that Elimination Chamber. Our sponsors, thank you. Winners Only Trophies, Ride the Pine Sports Agency, and Faulty Sports Equipment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is the sports quote of the day, which isn't a quote, it's actually a song. If you recall last week's episode, we played Shaquille O'Neal versus Notorious Big, You Can't Stop the Rain. This week, we will be playing Deion Sanders' song, It Must Be the Motherfucking Money. Let's listen. Yeah, we all know Dion cannot sing at all. Like, nigga, you cannot sing. But yeah, that was Must Be the Money. Neon Dion Sanders, yo, the video is epic. Um, so yeah, man. That has been another episode of Coming Through in the Clutch, brought to you by Headliner News. We got headliners, headlines, and punchlines. Follow us at Headliner News on all social media platforms. I want to thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it as always, because without you, there is no me. But just remember, when the game is on the line, I take the last shot because I always come through in the clutch. Motherfucking right. Deuces, nigga. Must be the money, something I ain't got. Oh, must be the money, something I ain't got. Oh, I'm broke, must be the money.